moment in time. We'll explore that soon. But first, let's talk a little bit more about what else has happened recently in the last few months. In May of 2025, Hellworld's developer Pocket Pair actually released a pretty big update to the game where they removed your ability to use your pals to fly around the world. So obviously they ditched the mechanics like pal-based gliding to avoid some of Nintendo's patent claims in this lawsuit. Hellworld is just playing it safe here. They're just trying to dodge the injunction. They don't want the game to get shut down temporarily or anything like that. And then back in February and March of this year, Nintendo scored some patents in the United States, which is actually a big deal because as you guys know, Pocket Pair and Nintendo are currently in a legal battle in Japan exclusive.
I'm biting cold and the blazing fire.
I only sing for myself. Sing for myself.
The chosen one stands along the divines.
Death was once a gift to me, yet now we are happy to admit you.
Are you ready? Join Erica on an adventure.
For honor, for justice, for the glory of the Herman family.
I only sing for myself.
Partner, you're finally awake. The Ember within you had an outburst when Emberons attacked the hideout, and you have been unconscious since.
Hannah. Sorry. I'm sorry. Hannah. Sorry. I'm sorry.
We must hurry! The amber here is spreading again because of the Amberons. Partner, let's go. It's time to take out all these intruders.
The situation is critical. Please, help other squads clear out the Amberons in the hideout. Once that's done, go to the core and protect the spark device. The spark is the hideout's core, so it must not be harmed.
I'm here on leave. The Chosen's orders to take the spark.
Agitos? I knew it! You were behind all of this.
Listen carefully. This is my dirge for you.
A bunch of losers. I guess burning this place to the ground is the only way to make you give up. You'll understand.
Liv, the amberization of your body is getting worse. Stop pushing yourself.
Don't worry about me. We must get the spark back.
We'll go. You just stay here and rest up. We will retake the spark. You have my word.
I guess I'll be counting on you.
Lean fled toward the ancient tunnel. Let's go, partner.
The tide still hasn't responded to my singing.
These people, they sacrificed themselves to stop Lean and the Agitos. We must catch that traitor. We can't allow their sacrifice to be in vain.
My song will reach every corner of the world. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing.
Your pursuit will come to naught. Enjoy this world without its spark.
The tide still hasn't responded.
Look at the ember growing beneath your feet. This is the true nature of the world, and the spark is merely a seed of lies that conceals the truth.
My hunter, please behold. My light! You!
The tide still hasn't responded to my singing.
I'm tired.
You should have woken up from this dream a long time ago. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing.
Eerie light is coming from the horizon. Liv once said that it is an omen of something ominous. Whatever the Agitos are planning, we must stop them. Partner, look out! The cannon fire came from deep within the mountains ahead. I know there are ancient weapons the dwarves used against the dragons. Lean's true self must be there controlling the cannons. Maybe we can save some goblin survivors if we go in the direction they came from. I hear fighting ahead, partner. Let's go over there.
Sink beneath the tides.
Praise be Magnus's beard! You're such good people! They blew up the bridge! But repairing a wooden bridge is nothing for a qualified dwarf. Ah! Where did these monsters come from? Protect me, Torchlight! Torchlight! The bridge has been repaired!
I thought a broken bridge could stop you from giving your lies away.
The tide still hasn't responded to my singing. Dissipate like bubbles.
Partner, if Lean truly has taken control of the anti-dragon bulwark, our companions who were stationed there may have fallen into grave danger. We must go to their aid immediately.
The tide still hasn't responded to my singing. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing. Oh, surging tide, sing with me.
Are you really sure? The anti-dragon bulwark is up ahead. Do you know what that means?
Behold the power of Spark, revered Dwarf King. Be gone, Ember's Rest. Use the spark to make your dreams come true.
Sound of machinery is getting louder! Help me! The anti-dragon bulwark! It's come to life!
The cannons are still raining fire down on the hideout. We don't have much time left.
It's the remains of a bulwark cannon! Help me! That thing can even take out a dragon!
The waves have returned to the sea. I'll never stop singing. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing.
Oh my goodness! The bulwark cannons! They've come to life too!
Partner, we must destroy them immediately.
The tide still hasn't responded to my singing.
I finally stood upon the wall of steel called the Anti-Dragon Bulwark.
tired.
The tide still hasn't responded to my singing.
I'm tired. When will this unfinished... The tide ebbs and...
The cannons are still raining fire down on the hideout. We don't have much time left.
The tide still hasn't responded to my singing. It feels so good to breathe again.
I'm tired. I'm tired.
The tide still hasn't responded to my singing. My song will reach every corner of the world.
We've destroyed the turret. We did it, partner.
You guys are even more fearsome than dragons.
weapons standing on the ground seemed to still be telling the tragic tale of that war.
Bulwark cannons have overloaded! What do we do? We should run!
Now, only the cannons at the core area remain. I can hear deafening cannon fire coming from the bulwark's core. Our homes are behind us. There's no turning back.
The torch will go out. Struggling is meaningless.
No! It's too late!
Forgive me, partner.
my goodness! Are you alright?
Partner, I'm still alive? Is everyone alright? I'm sorry, but everyone in the hideout, I must protect them. But see, I'm still alive and well. Right. I was just kidding when I told you to get a new crow.
Once upon a time, we dwarves defeated countless dragons, and their remains formed this wasteland.
This land. The painful memories of the dragons still linger here.
The tide still hasn't responded to my singing.
The dragon's blood and flesh transformed into ember ore. And it's through these ores that the dwarven civilization has been able to remain eternal.
Listen carefully. This is my dirge for you. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing.
Warning, you are currently engaging in criminal activity. Warning, you are currently engaging in criminal activity.
Tired. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing. dissipate like bubbles.
It's all in pieces. Is this Liv's diary?
The tide still hasn't responded to my singing.
The dragon bones have formed this mountain range, and they seem to be telling the tragic story of that war.
No matter the price, I will protect you forever.
Boo! You lying hypocrite!
The tide still hasn't responded to my singing.
Next time, take good care of yourself first.
Are these monsters formed from the bones of dragons, too?
I'm having another episode of dragon phobia! Heroes, protect me!
I'm tired.
Well done, partner. Let's go deeper.
Favored one of the 6 gods, may you inherit the glory of the past.
The tide still hasn't responded to my singing.
I can hear the heartbeat of the mountains. We're getting close to the Dwarven Kingdom.
The tide still hasn't responded to my singing. Listen carefully. This is my dirge for you.
If I ever mutate, please let me die a human.
No! I will never let you die!
The tide still hasn't responded to my singing. Dissipate like bubbles. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing. Oh, surging tide, sing with me. You should have woken up from this dream a long time ago. Sink beneath the tides. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing.
My song will reach every corner of the world.
The tide still hasn't responded to my singing. You should have woken up from the stream a long time ago. The tide...
I will never use the spark to fulfill my own selfish desires.
Ember is our only home. Let me prove it to you.
I'm still searching for the Aegis. I'm certain it isn't just a legend.
These monsters born from the dragon bones are becoming more and more like real dragons.
Kingdom's entrance! Yes, this is it! The entrance may have changed, but the Dwarf King, Dolgar, is down there.
I know I'm wrong, okay? I promise I won't do this again!
Wait, listen. It's the sound of machines operating. There must be hundreds of them.
I remember this mining track was abandoned over 30 years ago. But why are these mining carts working again? And I even see lumps of ember crystals in them.
Listen carefully. This is my dirge for you.
Oh, brother. What are you planning?
Thanks for rescuing me. You're almost as brave as I am.
Sink beneath the tides.
I'm the renowned adventurer and witness to the rise and fall of civilizations. The world's #1 intelligent robot, Henpy.
November 5th. Salaries weren't paid. Vacations were cut by half. Yet I was blamed for the workers slacking off.
I was merely adventuring here, yet they attacked me like an intruder. How rude! Why would anyone attack a harmless little robot like me? If they're gonna capture someone, they should capture someone strong like you. Don't you think so too?
Little robot? You don't look like Dwarven tech. You look pretty good. Why are you moving away? Come here, so I can study you.
Listen carefully. This is my dirge for you.
It is said that when King Magnus fled back toward the surface with the spark, the tunnels behind him darkened without the spark, but the darkness ahead was illuminated. Hundreds were attracted by its light, and they left the underground kingdom with King Magnus. They are the ancestor of the dwarves on the surface.
Dissipate like bubbles. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing. Listen carefully. This is my dirge for you.
My goodness! They sent a huge trog to guard this place! My brother has gone mad!
The tide still hasn't responded to my singing.
Warrior! Thank you for accompanying me here. But Handpin is going in the other direction now. Goodbye, my warrior!
Oh. This is King's Course. There are no shortcuts left from here on out. For millennia, those who wish to travel to the heart of the kingdom must pass through this path covered in traps.
We must figure out your brother's plans first. Like, what is he planning to do with the spark?
You're right. We should ask someone.
The tide still hasn't responded to my singing.
Don't hit me! I'll work hard!
Running errands above ground?
I never expected you to be so infamous in your kingdom.
Cut the sarcasm. Even my half-deaf ears can hear troops gathering.
dissipate like bubbles.
You over there! Please! Wait a minute!
Thank the Holy Spirit. Finally, a creature I think I can communicate with.
A broken iron badge found in a pile of miscellaneous items. The name on it is Quinn. A broken iron badge found in a pile of miscellaneous items. The name on it is Quinn.
A dwarf hunting me down with trogs? By Magnus Razor. What the heck is this?
Listen carefully. This is my dirge for you.
Based on your dressing, you must be from Durain. Based on your dressing, you must be from Durain. Never mind. We don't have time for that. Getting the spark back is more important.
The tide still hasn't responded to my singing.
No robot can stop us.
When I met His Majesty, I couldn't stand the sight of that black figure by his side. It looked like a person from above ground. But that person could actually speak to His Majesty, even stand by His Majesty's side. My goodness, it would be a dream to be able to speak to His Majesty.
The tide still hasn't responded to my singing.
The perfection of these automatons is daunting. Is he already able to mass produce them? We're here. The capital of the Dwarven Kingdom. The heart of Kasan. Kasan was the first king of the Dwarven Kingdom. He... Oh! Ow! Ow!
Stop showing off. Watch out for the automatons.
Sink beneath the tides. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing.
You, Arya. I'm overjoyed that I'm able to meet someone from Torchlight. This final moment. You, Arya. I'm overjoyed that I'm able to meet someone from Torchlight. This final moment.
The tide still hasn't responded.
How strange. Those pipes weren't here before. They seem to lead to the king's throne. Is he sending all the energy extracted from the ember there?
Corey, did you hear that? It's the rumbling of machines. It's unlike anything we've heard before. It's really rumbling.
Yes, it is. It's like the growls of a mountain.
I sneaked into the group that was going to meet the Dwarf King, just to see that young king reveling in the attention of being surrounded by thousands.
brother and I have never been able to understand each other. In the end, we ended up on very different paths.
Spark, my source of power! Witness the return of the greatest automaton!
That room must be the key. Let's go. The spark awaits. The spark is back. Finally.
Go back and tell him. The world doesn't deserve to be saved.
Brother! Please give up your ambition! Wait! Brother, why is your body collapsing?
I accepted Lean's deal so that I would be able to control this doomsday automaton. My body became a part of it a long time ago.
Why did you do that?
Why? That's a very good question. Why did I? I think at first, I just wanted to take my people back to the old days. The days of glory, when we possessed the spark.
The Dwarf King's voice gradually fades with his body.
We should continue forward, partner. We must catch up to Lean.
I'm not coming with you. I need some time alone. Take care. That was no easy battle. You don't look very well.
I know I'm not qualified, but I must form a pact with you. In the witness of calamity. I sworn by pain. Let my light. Light up your darkness. In the name of your only crow, from now on, I will carry. All the calamity and pain you have.
dissipate like bubbles.
I had that dream again.
The tide ebbs and flows endlessly.
It's done. As expected of Torchlight. You're really strong. Wow, Liz has really fostered a group of madmen. Madmen. Come see me once you're ready. You ready? Then get on. I'll send you to Manila at full.
Our people are attacking this place. Agitos must be hiding here. We must catch up with them and recover the spark.
Leave us. I will accompany her until the end.
Sink beneath the tides. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing. When will this unfinished song be continued? I'll never stop singing. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing.
Kuma Desert? I've heard of it, and it's very dangerous, especially for airships.
Listen carefully. This is my dirge for you. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing.
Even if I'm the only one left!
Perfect timing. Even if I get killed in battle, the swarm will not go any further. Things are not looking good. Many of us are incapacitated by venomous pests. Melog went out to find the antidote, but hasn't returned yet. Even if I get killed in battle, the swarm will not go any further. Luckily, we have Melog looking for the antidote. Even if I get killed in battle, the swarm will not go any further.
The tide still hasn't responded to my singing.
Thank you. You have my gratitude. If I had come back earlier, Flynn would have lived. If I had come back earlier, Flynn would have lived. Thank you. Now, please, I'd like to spend some time with Flynn. Alone.
Partner, you felt it too, right? The pain of losing your other half. After forming the pact, we seem to have changed. I care deeply about your safety. We must stay together and never get separated. The earth is shaking. Something is below us.
Even if you didn't rescue me, I would have struggled free myself. It's just a few bugs, but the situation ahead isn't looking good. Liv's condition is deteriorating rapidly.
Is that all you've got? Pest carcasses are everywhere. Liv, you don't look very well. How are you feeling? But the amber within you has spread. If this continues, it won't be long. Arya, don't be silly. I won't let myself become like that. Besides, Lean and I still have a score to settle.
The waves have returned. The tide ebbs and flows endlessly. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing.
You won't get the better of me.
Is your body still holding up? I'm really worried about you.
I won't lose to such a filthy thing.
The tide still hasn't responded to my singing.
You won't get the better of me!
The tide still hasn't responded to my singing.
Ah, it feels so good to breathe again.
finally understand what I really care about.
Listen carefully. This is my dirge for you. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing.
I had that dream again.
The tide ebbed. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing. Sink beneath the tides. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing. 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 You should have woken up from the...
Over there! The barrier disappeared!
He couldn't bear to see me tortured by Amber. He wanted a way that could truly save me from it.
And what would that be? Becoming an Agito? Ridiculous!
So I will never forget Lean. Even though he was once my crow.
Looks like you're not going to make it.
Enough to deal with a betrayer!
I'm afraid it won't work out the way you want it to.
Hunter, take care of Arya for me.
The tide still hasn't responded to my singing. Dissipate like bubbles. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing. Sink beneath the tides.
Ano ba? Ano po, ma? Okay lang. Hindi kita marinig. Ha? Ikaw na bahala. Wala man akong maisip. Pagkain. Hindi ko alam. Hindi pa. Nandyan. Papa. Si Ma. Labay mo sa tenga mo. Malayo malayo nga siya. Lagay mo sa tenga mo. Pabaliktad. Yan.
The tide still hasn't responded to my singing.
My song will reach every corner of the world.
Listen carefully. This is my dirge for you. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing. Sink beneath the tides. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing. Listen carefully. This is my dirge for you. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing. You should have woken up from this dream a long time ago.
Enough, Liv! You cannot stop me!
You betrayed your oath and fell too far. I will never forgive you!
The tide still hasn't responded to my singing. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing.
Kill me! Kill me now!
No! I will never do that!
There's no use in doing this. You can't save me.
No! As long as there's a glimmer of hope, even if I have to give my life!
The tide still hasn't responded to my singing.
Too late. You shouldn't be soft on your enemy.
The tide still hasn't responded to my singing. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing.
The waves have returned. I'll never stop singing.
The tide still hasn't responded to my singing. The tide still hasn't responded to my singing.
Remember it now. I am Liv of Torchlight! Kneel, servants of Amber.
Look out! More Eberron! Liv, you can overcome it! Just as usual! Watch out! More Eberrons incoming! Let's focus and take them all out!
Enough. Let... Secure the spark! No matter what it costs. I will clear a path for you. Don't you understand? We will never submit to you! Even if it means death! protect Torchlight with my life. With my final flash of light! Arya, our future is up to you. Goodbye, my child.
The spark.
Nothingness. It wasn't until I came here that I understood the true meaning of singing.
I'm fine. I'm okay. We won. And the spark has returned to our hands. Let's go back and make plans later. The hideout needs the spark right now. Thanks for trying to comfort me, but I just need some time alone. Deliver the spark to Melina. She'll keep it safe for us.
An excellent hunter drains power from these ancient skill components and knows how to use it in combat. An excellent hunter drains power from these ancient skill components and knows how to use it in combat.